What does a healthy relationship and marriage look like to you? I'd like you to ponder that. How does it look? What shape does it take? What form does it take? How does it unfold? How do you process it and say to yourself, this is a healthy relationship? This is a healthy marriage? This is something that many people really cannot pinpoint. Now, why is this so? When you grew up in the home that you grew up in, with your parents, your caregivers, the people who were told to look after you, they're the ones who modeled to you what love was about. You're probably between the ages of 3 to 6 to 7. That is when you pick up the understanding of what love is about. Now, at that age, are you going to question your parents and say, Mommy, Daddy, is this love? You don't have that capacity. Just like when you're a baby, they fed you what they wanted to feed you. So, whatever they fed you at the point in time, to you, it was good enough. So, love being modeled at that age to you was natural. That was what it was meant to be. So, that is where you're learning how your mother responded to your father when she was upset, how your father responded to your mother when he was upset, how your relatives came in and showed love to their cousins or to their aunties or however. So you find out that you're growing in an environment where you're picking up all these things that you're infused in, the way love was shown by your father to your mother to your father, your uncles to their aunties, and vice versa. And you're picking on also their mannerism, their communication. How do they address each other when they're upset? Do they keep quiet? Do they slam the door? Do they shout? Do they apologize? Don't they apologize? If after a period of time they come back and just say, is it that small thing that is bothering you? You will pick all of that up as love. And that is why people find it difficult to want to open up and listen to people who will teach them about love. Because as far as they're concerned, they have learned about love their entire lives. That is all they've been seeing. So being taught about it feels a bit strange. Yes, you can teach people about money. You can teach them about career and personal branding because by then you're an adult and you're intentionally learning it. But when you've been infused in love since you were small, you naturally begin to believe that you understand what love is about. At this point in time, when you become an adult and you start reflecting back what you learned as a child, people be thinking, but this is an intelligent man, this is an intelligent woman. Why is she or he behaving this way? Why are they stuck in this abusive relationship? Why are they, choosing partners that don't befit them? But they don't realize that that is how you understand love. That is what feels familiar to you. And that is what you are going to sink in. So you need to understand something that as adults, we are taking on love the way we understand it from our caregivers, our parents, and the rest. So it doesn't even matter which part of the world you are. It doesn't matter how accomplished you are. It doesn't even matter how much money you have made. When it comes to love, your nervous system defaults to what they understand or what it understands about love. I have seen clients who they can tell you what they want in a partner. They can list all of that, God fearing, I want somebody who's kind and all of that. But at the end of the day, they end up defaulting to somebody who doesn't treat them right. And within, from somebody standing outside looking in, they'll be saying, why is this person giving themselves this kind of person? But they do not understand the history of where this person is coming from. And that's why we cannot be quick to judge people about their relationship choices when we do not know their story. We do not know the shoes that they've had to walk into to get to that point in their lives. By the way, if this is your first time, please subscribe so that every time I drop a video, you can have access to it almost immediately. So, as I always tell my clients, you don't have a love problem, you have a clarity problem. And I serve in the space of helping singles to choose partners with clarity, helping them to understand themselves more, helping them to craft the desires that they have around their partnerships in a way that serves not just them, but serves their partner too. Because there's really no point being in a marriage where you're only going in there for yourself. You also have to go there not only for benefits for yourself, but also to benefit your partner. Until we meet again, I am Jo-Jean Imoh-Ita, your relationship clarity strategist, and thank you for watching till this point.